Bernard de Bovier de Fontenelle, another French thinker of the late 17th and early 18th centuries, was known as a popularizer of scientific ideas. Think of how exciting it must have been to live in this world. They were discovering all these natural laws. They were discovering all these things about the earth. About how it was that for those of you who think that the sun is moving around the earth, got news for you. The thing that's moving is you. You are moving around the sun. In fact, every day you're spinning around the earth like this. It's what, roughly 7 o'clock this evening? The earth is going to spin, and at about roughly 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, you're going to be in about the same position. You're the one that's moving. And so it looks like the sun is moving, but the sun is staying still. You're the one who's moving. How's that for what? These people were all discovering these things. They must have been getting high on all these ideas. You mean we're moving? No way, man. I'm sitting still. I'm not moving. Right? Can you imagine the discoveries they were making at that time? The sun is staying still? No. The sun is moving. Look at it. No, the sun is staying still. Dude. Right? They were making quite some discoveries there. And it was turning their world upside down. So with de Fontenelle, he was a popularizer of scientific ideas. He contributed to the growth of skepticism, simply because when all of these ideas that we had are being turned upside down, what does that mean for your religious beliefs too? We start rethinking those too. You mean the sun is not the center of the universe? You mean we're moving and the sun is not? No. And then we start questioning other things we used to think we knew. Like things about God and the church and the Bible. So the growth of skepticism, especially with respect to religious truths, was on the rise. He said, we imagine myths and fables to explain the unknown. If there's something that we can't explain, got news for you. We'll create a myth or a fable to explain it. For our ancient ancestors, they didn't know how the corn grew. Got news for you. They came up with a myth. That there's a god of the corn who caused the corn to grow. And there's a god of the rain who sent the rain down. Follow me? If we don't understand something, we'll make it up. We'll make up an answer. He said, but our scientific knowledge has grown enough that we no longer need mythological explanations. We no longer need God or the gods. Follow me? Those things that we made up in the past, don't need them anymore. We come to the point where we don't need the same myths and fables. He said, God is not the God of any historic religion. As Christians, we tend to follow the God of Jesus Christ. He said, no, God is not the God of some certain religion, who revealing God's self in history to a certain people, like the Jews. No. Instead, we got to come up with another idea of what this God is. He said, for him, God is the God of nature. God is the one who created all these laws in the universe that we see. The law of gravity that we were just discovering, God created that. Laws of motion, God created that. How the earth spins around and the sun stands still, God created that. It's the God of nature. And how is that God revealed? In the scientific conception of the world. It was that God who created all the laws of the universe.